Hello, this is Diane Cardano from Cardano Real Estate Experts, here with some hot off the press real estate market report through September 1st. Well, the big news right now are the two issues that seem to be on the tips of the tongues of every single buyer and seller I'm talking to, is what is happening with house prices and are we headed for a new balloon? The good news, the latest home price expectation survey came out a couple weeks ago. This is a nationwide survey of over 100 economists, real estate experts, and investment and market strategists. First, they looked at the pre-bubble number. There was a 3.6% appreciation from 1987 to 1999. During the bubble from 2000 to May 2007, the appreciation shot up. It more than doubled to 7.9%. Now, during the bust from 2007 to 2011, prices were down 5.8%. Then there was a correction or recovery from 2011 to today, and as we're about 4.7% back from the bottom, and projecting appreciation is going to be about 4.7% through to 2017. That's very good. Now let's look at what the appreciation of house prices should have been if they stayed on the same trend line before the roller coaster ride. Now in the next 5 years, we would be about, adding all these up, about 22.3%. And if you look at the actual and projections through 2017, it comes out to be about 22.3%. So there we go. Now remember, this is an average over the United States. The western part of the United States appreciation is in double digits right now. But here in the Northeast, we're very lucky. Our numbers are a little bit higher than those averages. Now, optimism is higher than ever before. Let's look at this next graph projecting how we're going to make up for some lost ground this year and next and get back to normal appreciation. Now, just a year ago, these same economists were not as positive as they were and as they are right now. With all this happening, what's happening with distressed property numbers? Actually, they're diving. Check out this slide. Foreclosures are down. Delinquent loans are down. The number of foreclosures and the number of distressed properties have fallen this year. That's pretty incredible. Now let's talk about this bubble talk going around. There's not a housing bubble forming right now. I'm going to show you a slide listing the 8 cities in the country that currently have appreciated over 20% since the bottom hit. However, with those appreciation numbers, both Las Vegas and Arizona are still down 50 and 40% respectively from the bubble. Now, when these numbers start really approaching 2006 numbers, then we can talk about a bubble, maybe. With rising mortgage rates, it's going to slow down what someone can go ahead and buy and pay for a house. So let's look at what the buyer's purchasing power is for a home at $400,000. As you can see from this graph, as the mortgage rates increase, so does the monthly payment for that same $400,000 house. Now, some people will reduce their asking price for a house because so they can afford it. And these are people that are shopping by budget. Other people will be totally eliminated from the market altogether because they no longer qualify for the house they are looking to buy. Now, yes, do I believe that the price appreciation momentum will slow down due to the increase in mortgage rates? But nothing like they're saying on the newspapers, radio, and TV. Now, if you want to use history to predict the future of house prices, let's look at these graphs. I love history. Now, over the last 30 years, the 4 times that the interest rates spiked, prices did not go down. They went up. You may have been hearing that with interest rates going up, prices have to tumble, but not necessarily and not historically. It's not just the interest rates that determine price. That's what I'm trying to get at here. It's the amount of supply, the inventory, where the economy is, where unemployment is, and things like that. There's no guarantee that because interest rates are spiking up, that prices are going to spike downward. Now, mortgage rates projections for third quarter 2013 are strong, are between 4.8% and 5.1%. However, for those of us looking at past numbers, as we can see, the mortgage payment for a $200,000 home has come down over the last 30 years. Aren't we glad we're not buying a house now in 1983? Some other interesting stats from Trulia shows the number of buyers out of 100 willing to bid over asking price. These studies show that 25% of buyers willing to pay 1 to 5% over asking price. 9 out of 10 of 100 are willing to pay between 6 and 10%, and over 4 are even willing to pay over 10% of the asking price. That's pretty incredible. Now, this is something I'm very familiar with, as over half of my listings this year have sold for more than asking, and in 3 days, due to our high-tech marketing and our determination to crush the competition when it comes to selling our clients' homes. Now, lastly, here's a statement made by John Paulson. The housing market has bottomed. It is not too late to get involved. I still think buying a home is the best investment any individual can make. Now, affordability is still at all-time high. Buy a home, and if you can, buy a second home. The next graph shows real estate as an investment since 2000, of January of 2000, is proved still to be the best investment than the stock market and the Dow and the stock market. So that's great news as well. So keep out there and buying and selling real estate. And thank you so much for listening to my market update for September. Check back next month to our blog. If you're planning to sell your home or be one of our guests at our next home seller seminar on September 26th at the Abington Library. It starts at 6:30 p.m. All you have to do is sign up at this link below, www.homesharkseminar.com. See you next month.